Harambee! Wangapi wanasema tutam.
What President William Ruto saw in Machakos today was not the welcome of a confident leader, but the blunt truth of a restless nation. Because after finishing his official function, handing over the keys to 176 homeowners in the Bomayangu housing project, the president stepped into the streets of Machakos expecting cheers, and instead walked straight into a storm he did not see coming. What began as a routine address to residents lining the roadside quickly turned into one of the most embarrassing moments of his presidency. A group of youths broke into a loud, coordinated chant, "One term, one term."
Harambee! Ati Machakos mnasemaje? Ati Machakos mnasemaje? Na Ukambani mnasemaje? Nasema tutam. Na huyu Caleb wetu ni nini? Wapi tutam ya Caleb nione? Sawa. Basi, kwa sababu viongozi ni wengi, wacha nichukue nafasi.
A phrase that has now become the rallying cry for Kenyans who want Ruto out in 2027. Not trimmed, not negotiated, just one term and done.
Harambee! Wangapi wanasema tutam. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki na mimi nawapenda sana. Thank you very much.
It was the raised index fingers, the unapologetic shouting, and the refusal to be drowned out that made the moment even more striking. Ruto tried to bring back his own two-term chant, hoping to counter the noise, but the crowd simply ignored him.
Wangapi wanasema tutam. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
The chant continued, the fingers remained up, and the message remained unmistakably clear. This moment did not happen in a vacuum. It comes at a time when Kenyans across counties and across demographics are feeling the strain of a harsh economy, raising taxes, unemployment, and a governance style many say is disconnected from reality. And Machakos, deep inside Ukambani, was already a political battlefield long before today's incident. Ruto is on a 4-day tour in a region considered the stronghold of Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, the man widely viewed as his biggest challenger in 2027. The stakes could not be higher, the timing could not be more delicate, and the reception could not have delivered a clearer warning. Earlier in the day, the president was in full command of the narrative. He handed over completed houses. He inspected roads, energy projects, infrastructure developments worth billions. He spoke of progress and development. He highlighted what his government has delivered, hoping to soften the political ground in Kalonzo's backyard.
Na hii manyumba yote hii tumejenga tukitumia pesa ya Wakenya. Tumejenga na pesa zetu, tumejenga na contractors wetu, tumejenga na nguvu zetu na vijana wetu ndio wamejenga. Hapa architect Mkenya, engineers ni wa Kenya, plumbers ni wa Kenya, electricians ni wa Kenya, carpenters ni wa Kenya, masons ni wa Kenya, watu wa mkono ni wa Kenya. Hii ni signature kusema ya kwamba Kenya can build, as Kenyans we can build our own country. Tunaelewana jameni? Mnasema tuendelee ama tuendelee? Tuendelee ama tuendelee? Ati kuna majamaa wengine ati wanapinga housing. Mtu ambaye anapinga housing, huyo ni mtu wako na akili kweli? Ako na akili? Yani mimi naona jamaa wengine wanarandaranda wanasema ati wanapinga housing, wanapinga SHA, sijui wanapinga masoko.
But when he left the structured environment of his official event and walked into the raw public mood, reality met him without filters. In politics, optics matter, and today, the optics were brutal. A president tried to speak over a crowd that is chanting against him is the very image opposition parties dream of, and they wasted no time interpreting it. Leaders aligned with Azimio and DAP-K party immediately said the Machakos embarrassment was not random. It was a sign. Governor George Natembeya openly declared that Ruto believes the opposition has no plan to remove him, but they do.
Sasa rais anasema kwamba sisi watu wa upinzani hatuna mpango, hata hatuna agenda. Mpango wetu ni moja tu. Mpango yetu ni kuondoa Ruto kwenye kiti ya 2027. Na tukiondoa Ruto, kuondoa Ruto watu yangu sikiza. Kuondoa Ruto peke yake tu, kumuondoa bila kusema chochote. Akitoka tu hivi 80% ya shida za Kenya zitakuwa zimeenda na yeye.
For them, today's scenes confirm that the ground is shifting, that the discontent is real, and that 2027 may not be the predictable race many expected. And it is not just the political elite who saw opportunity. The youth saw validation. Social media exploded within minutes. Clips of Ruto being drowned by the one-term chant went viral, symbolizing a generation increasingly willing to confront leadership publicly. There are the same young Kenyans who have been complaining about taxes, joblessness, rising cost of living, and what they describe as a government that talks too much and listens too little. For the ruling Kenya Kwanza camp, today's incident raises uncomfortable questions. If this can happen in a region where the president arrived with development projects, billions in investment, and a high-level delegation, what happens in areas where frustration is even stronger? What does it mean when a president with full state machinery steps onto the roadside and the people choose defiance over applause? Machakos has now become a political marker. It shows that Ruto's re-election bid is not just about projects. It will be more about trust, emotion, and the collective mood of a population that feels squeezed. It highlights the challenge Kenya Kwanza faces as economic pressure deepens and as political opponents sharpen their messaging. It also signals that youth, once passive observers, are now a frontline force capable of shifting momentum with nothing more than a chant and a raised finger. As the 2027 campaigns intensify, this moment may be remembered as one of the early signs that the race is tightening. It is a reminder that public sentiment does not bend to speeches. It does not bow to motorcades. It does not wait for controlled environments. It expresses itself where it matters, in the open, in unfiltered spaces, in the raw voice of citizens who feel unheard. President Ruto may continue his Ukampani tour, may commission more projects, may hold more events, but the echo of today's chant will follow him. It will shape strategy, shift messaging, and force his team to confront the growing gap between development announcements and public dissatisfaction. What he saw today in Machakos was not just embarrassing, it was a warning, a political temperature reading, a preview of the storm building towards 2027. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. We are on to our 1 million subscribers. Mimi naitwa the commentator, mjukuu wake Papa Francis, buna nitafuta Harmony Party. Bye bye.